Like I said before, um, I used to use Japan quite a bit, or China quite a bit. Like I said, there is no Japan China. Get over that. There is only Asians. They were Japan and China basically together. Like I said, I was having a food drive into the North Koreans, or whatever, and I had some English people there that were talking to the North Koreans and stuff like that back in the past. Anyway, I could get more in depth and tell you about the Filipinos and blah blah. Anyway, apparently the Filipinos were being led by somebody else or something like that, and it gets all complicated with genetics and all kinds of other crap. Basically, Cuba was my country though, basically for the longest time, and apparently I lost control of Cuba. So anyway, as you know, I had a theater put there and a small city put there, and I've told you many a time about that. And basically, I could point and say, well, this, blah blah blah, that, blah 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 blah. Basically, just prove it that yep, they were my people. So anyway, but apparently someone went in there and started lying and started taking over and blah blah blah, and basically I lost Cuba. I guess I've lost a few countries over the years. You know, basically mostly Nixon and JFK and Jimmy Carter and even Rodney and Rick Bush spent basically their entire lives basically trying to fuck with my system, fuck with my planet, and I was not very particularly happy about it. Like I said, there's a lot of reasons why they wanted me dead so bad by the time I was 9 or 12 years old. Because I am your creator, I am the person who invented flight, and I am the person who invented steam power. So, I'm lying. Yeah. I'm kidding. Not lying. Anyway, like I said, they were questioning me under drugs in like 1960 or 1950. Like I said, I was with Russia between 1912 or 1917 and 1974. It was a great, epic Russian empire. It was great. Like I said, I love Russia. Love you. Um, like I said, and I love many of these countries. So they're all epic and they're all great. Anyway, though, but like I said, and then we get into America, which actually was not very great. Well, America was great, but the U.S. people were not very great. But then again, like I said, there's the Maltese Falcon, and basically what is Nixon, what is JFK, and what is John McCain, and basically all their fucking lies. And then of course you also get into basically the Hell's Angels and their own mistakes. But I mean, I don't know. Like it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I get really mad at the Hell's Angels because, but I mean, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on back then. But basically, they made a lot of big fuck ups, and basically were making a big mistake. Like I said, for a while there, they were hanging out with JFK. You know, when he was a child. Like I said, he was a clone. They thought he was something or other. He wasn't. Um, Anyway, and then they were stealing stuff and all kinds of stuff. Like I said, a lot of people in this world today have been following the wrong leaders and basically are making some serious big fuck ups that's going to cost them their lives later on. Like I said, following Rodney was a fuck up. And so, same with Rick Bush. It's all these people that have killed people all over the world and done a lot of really bad things, and made a lot of mistakes. And like a lot of the children today, a lot of the people today were following them. People like Bill Gates or Zachary and other people. People that are just looking good on camera or looking good on paper. But in actuality, they're very bad people. So anyway. Like I said, eventually, like some people would get really angry and get upset and go after these people. It's like, I don't have any. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Anyway, so whatever. People like Zachary, like, why is he still alive? Why is Bill Gates still alive? Tell me why that piece of shit is still alive. Like, I don't understand that. I really don't get it. Like, why? Because he knew how to read a schematic about the LS shells. And why did he get a fucking metal or purple heart? Are you just trying to piss me off and everyone else? Like, who the fuck did that? However. Like I say, I'd be dead already, actually. Except for the fact that, well, the human collective, the human whatever is not the most powerful collective. The exoskeleton collective was way, 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 way more powerful. Like I said, what happened was the other life forms that were getting the walls wiped with them by basically, there's a lot of life forms out there that were basically getting taken out or getting killed by humans or computers or something like that. And basically they banded together and created their own collective and pretty much stomped the human race. There was this moment at some odd billion years, trillion years, where basically the two met. The human race and its collective, and basically exoskeletons and all those other life forms in the universe and their collective. Kind of like my two halves, basically. And, well, you know. So, anyway, it didn't work out. And I breached. And anyway, though, whatever. It was a long time ago or at some point in the future. I don't really care. So, anyway, that's another reason why they're probably trying to travel back in time to eliminate life forms. But it's like, well, if you try and eliminate any of the life forms in the past, you'll probably just eliminate the human race. I'm like, well, you know, they all built to this, so, you know, probably you just deny your own existence. Paradox. Damn. Don't you just hate that? Like I said, there was no one more epic and no one more interlaced into your existence than I was. Since I'm your creator. So, anyway, there wasn't a lot that they could do. So, even though about all they could do is wait for me to exist them and then unexist me or kill me. Which didn't exactly work out. So, like I said, I was dead for 150 million years. Somebody saved me. Brought me back. So, possibly the human race. I don't know. Probably not, though. Like I said, the American government and basically the whole fucking human race, black and white, were basically very much against me. Having been lied to and confused so much. So, like I say, I'm sure, like the whole plan is, like I say, is basically Trumpy's going to be president and then his shit son's going to be president or something like that. And I believe that's all basically to bring some piece of shit back to life or something like that. I don't really know. But that's basically the narrative that you have. And what will be carried out. And at some future point, of course, basically the rest of the life forms in the universe will get pissed off and do something about you. Happy trails. That was what I knew about. Like I said, I lived through and past Trumpy and his son. It was really annoying. I should have just taken their body. But no, I'm not like that. I don't want their body. Ugh. I don't want a secondhand body. Ugh. Like I said, Jimmy Carter was trying to make me go into his body. I was like, no thank you. Like I said, that was another thing. Richard Nixon and JFK and the American government, a lot of people realized that I could take any form I wanted or be in anybody I wanted. And they were trying to shove me inside of their body so they could whatever and then have me killed. And they could be, and then you have Luke Skywalker and the Empire and all that other shit. And I was like, no. And they couldn't force me. So. They couldn't force me to do it. So I was like, no, I'm not going to be in your shit body. I'm going to take Brian. I like Brian. I like being Brian. Brian's great. So anyway, and that basically pretty much cut the thread for them, basically. Like I said, the White House, the Congress, since I've never been there, you know, the money does not belong to them. It's my money. I'm Lucifer White Star. You know, the owner of the LS shipyard in Belfast. Basically, I own Belfast, I own this country, I own that country, I own them all. Whatever. I even own Mexico. Yay! Viva la! Long live Mexico! Like I said, I think I declared Mexico's independence at the time or something and then said bye! Or something like that. That's why Mexico, I love Mexico. So, anyway, yeah. I mean, I had love of Romania, I'd love it everywhere else. And that's another reason why JFK or Nixon or Trumpy or Trumpy's son very much wants to pretend to be me or something like that. Because it's like, well, you know, they're going to try and pretend that that they're Lucifer Star or connected. Like I said, the White House for years has been pretending like Lucifer Star is living in the White House, LS, or some L, whatever. It's like, nope, 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 nope. Never lived there. Never been there. Maybe for a brief millisecond, but basically no. 471 Mountain Drive. And I'm very happy to be there. Considering all the nightmare that was happening around the White House, I was like, fuck that place. Like at one point I decided I never wanted to live there because like it was just so horrible. There's a lot of bad stuff that happened at the White House. A lot. And besides every Tom, Dick, and Harry trying, it's like, ugh. Anyway, so never been there. So technically, Congress doesn't have use of the White Star Line money, nor me. I mean, nor the White House. So, nor the Washington D.C. building. So, and that's all. That's the only power they had was basically the White Star Line money. That's the only power that they ever had. Was basically as the white leader, the white king. Like I said, Nixon was never the white king. That person in the turtleneck sweater was not me, and was not the white leader. He was only trying to use the white army or the white kingdom to basically gain power. But he wasn't me, and he basically attacked China and a bunch of other countries. So he was a piece of shit, and he had to be put down. Which I believe we did do. So, like I said, ask China, ask Russia, ask North Korea. Like what they say about America attacking them. They're right, but it wasn't really America. It was actually basically U.S. or some other country, or basically the leftover remains of America after Nixon or JFK had taken it over, gotten his piece of shit ass into the White House. Trying to pretend to be me or trying to pretend to be something. He was nothing. He was a clone, a piece of shit. Like I said, he was a fucking loser. The nightmare that happened because of JFK and Nixon and Jimmy Carter was a very big one. But then again, like I said, I told Rodney, I said, you're about to do something that's going to have dramatic effect on this planet. Like I said, when he was like, I'll be your nose and your eyes and your ears, I was like, Rodney, you're gonna wait. What you're about to do, because I foresaw everything. I was like, what you're about to do is going to cause a dramatic effect on this planet. So anyway, and then later on, I was like, it's too late. It's already happening. It's already happened. It's already too late. What you've done, there is no way to undo. So we just have to roll with it now. So, as basically because Rodney made certain actions or thought the Republicans were right or thought the cocaine was right, I don't really know. But basically his actions led to a lot of other things. So, anyway, and changed the course of everything, or changed the course of something. Because basically, he wasn't me. Like I said, he couldn't order ships around. He was Admiral Rodney and had control over one ship. I have control over planets and galaxies, as I actually built them. So, very much different, I say. The only power that the White House has been having, actually, so far, is basically the power of basically Lucifer White Star, trying to pretend that they're me or that they're connected to me, and they're not. They have no connection to me. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. They're not me, and technically they shouldn't even be leading the American government, America's military. So, like I said, they shouldn't be controlling my jets or my aircraft. And like I said, I noticed that JFK or someone, Richard Nixon, a few of the other presidents or congressmen were actually on some of my aircraft carriers. It's like, who the fuck let them on my aircraft carriers? Like, what the fuck is that?